Good afternoon. Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio Network, a wholly owned subsidiary of Global Media Network, LLC. Educate, enlighten, entertain. And let's not forget mindfulness. On this special report today, for those who haven't been paying attention to the news for whatever their reasons, or for those who've been sticking their head in the sand, back in February in Idaho, the Republicans held a town meeting. But during that town meeting, a lady spoke out against them, exercising her freedom of free speech. And in return, she was awarded by the name of the woman was Teresa Borrenfohl, Borrenpohl, and she was forcibly removed and hospitalized during that town hall in Idaho after she questioned officials about Medicaid and reproductive rights. The Cotunie County Sheriff Bob Norris and three private security guards dragged her out while onlookers had mixed reactions of booing and cheering. The Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White stated that the removal violated the First Amendment right to freedom of speech. And he's absolutely right. She expressed on Instagram that she never expected her right to free speech could be stripped away in such a violent manner. However, welcome to the new world of the current administration's oligarchy, or preening himself to believe the next Bonaparte or the next Adolf Hitler. Over $120,000 in donations are donated for her legal battle. The police chief called the security firm's license to be revoked, and city officials are under pressure over private security use. A voter asked Representative Paul Tonko, who's from New York, to get into good trouble. And the video screenshot New York Dems on Instagram showed what happened. However, the Democrats still receive and continue to get a lot of questions from their own constituents about what happened and how they can stop the current administration and Elon Musk coup against. So, what do you think when you see someone being forcibly removed? Does it remind you of the January 6th attempted coup by our current administration when he encouraged all those bad guys, because that's the only way I'm going to describe them, to go and make a raid on the Capitol building and then get pardoned for acts of terror, acts of violence. And yes, there were one or two deaths associated with that. All right. Is it all right to get rid of people who are your opponents when they criticize you? Is it all right to tell college students they can no longer protest? Is it all right to withhold federal grants from colleges and universities if they continue to allow protests in the administration? The only time that's acceptable, folks, is during an oligarchy, a dictatorship, an emperor, a king. But he's none of the above. He's a man with blood running through his veins, with the same capacity for brains. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue keeping your head in the sand? Or are you going to address the fact that sooner rather than later, you are going to lose your freedom of speech, your right to an assembly, your right not to have soldiers in your home? You think about it. Your call to action is to let us know at pwrnetworkllc@gmail.com the hypothetical question: if and when you attend a town meeting or go and do a protest, don't you feel like you have that right to speak your mind when something has gone wrong? Or do you believe that you will keep your mouth shut and ride the horse? One more thing before I leave today's special report, and that is watch the movie with Spencer Tracy called that had the Nuremberg trials, because that's exactly what they did in Nazi Germany. They didn't pay attention and they buried their heads in the sand. Or the more popular motto, whatever goes up comes down. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon on this special report on the chaotic town meeting in Idaho led by the Republicans back in February. There are already book burnings. Florida demonstrated that. I digress. This special report is brought to you by AI with Lillian. Check it out. http://AI-with-Lillian.com. Artificial intelligence. It is here to stay. It's a no-brainer, and you'll be surprised how much you can get accomplished having a virtual assistant like that. Go over to AI-with-Lillian.com. Take a look at the information, the content, take a look at a demonstration, and then sign up for a monthly subscription. Also brought to you by Conscious Research Solutions. Everybody doesn't always do good research for whatever the reason. Whether it's too much information, you don't know how to access the information, or you don't know how to take the information and put it into a workable situation. That's where Conscious Research Solutions come into being. Contact us at pwrnetworkllc@gmail.com. You will receive a free 15-minute consultation, and you can tell us what you want, introduce yourself, and by the end, you will be provided with a contract and a special client form in which you put out what you want. Whoa, Lillian, what do you offer? We offer a bibliography of all resources that we find for you. We provide you with the keywords and key phrases. And more importantly, we put this information into a report to you, suggesting and or recommending how you can use the research material we have obtained for you. Thank you very much and have a great day.